today's lesson, we're going to talk about percent increase and percent decrease. So if we're looking at example 1, it said on a news, tuition is expected to increase. Increasement means that you're going to add, right? Increase by 7% next year. If tuition this year was $1,200 per quarter, what will be the next year pricing, right? So what we need to do first is finding out what 7% of the price will be. Once we figure it out, increasing, which is adding, we're going to add that value. So when we do 7% of 1,200, this gives you 1,200 times 0.07. So that's $84. So once we figure out what's the 7% of the price, then we're going to add that into this year price, right? So then it's going to give you 1,284. So that's going to be next year new tuitions. If we're looking at example 2, they're asking you to figure out the TV price. So original price is $869. It's on sale for 35% off. So what will be the price after 35% off? So you need to find out what will be 35% of this price and then subtract from the original price, right? So pretty much you're doing 869 minus 35% of 869. You're going to multiply those two numbers, right? Times 0.35. This will give you 869 minus 304.15. That is 564.85. So that's going to be price after discounts, subtracting 35% of the original price. In example 3, so that example 3, it said that sales tax is 7.95%. That's something that you know. And what you pay for the phone was $505.40. So they wanted to figure out what was my pre-tax price, so original price. So in order to do that, your original price is something that you don't know. And if we trying to figure out this cumulations, original price plus the tax times the original price should be the price that you paid, right? So this is how you can set up the problems to solve, to find out the original price. So this is the original price. And then this is going to be your tax amount. In order to find out the tax amount, you're going to do sales tax percent times the original price, right? So that's going to be added into what original price is, right? So that's how you can write the equations and trying to solve for x, right? So this is same thing as having 1 in front of x. So you're doing 1 plus 0.079, you get 1.079. The reason I'm doing that is so that you can make 1x, right? Single x variable. And you get rid of multiplications by dividing to isolate your variable. So your x should be 505.4 divided by 1.079. And that will give you dollar amount of $468.18. So that will be pre-tax price. Example 4a, we wanted to figure out or calculate the total amount that you need to pay if you wanted to leave 15% of tip, right? And this is the price it came out after tax. So what you need to do is trying to figure out the 15% of 85.20. How do we do that? Well, multiply. And this will give you $12.78. And you're going to add that amount to the total amount, which will give you $97.98. So when I go to restaurant, I don't really do all these exact numbers. What I do is trying to figure out the 10% of the price first. That's going to be about $8.50, right? Or $8, even it's rounded, it will be $8.50. Finding 10% is easier, right? For any number. So finding 10% of 74, right? That's going to be $7.40. Once you figure out 10%, you can find that 5%. So the finding my 15% when I trying to give a 15% tip, I will find out the 10% first because that's easier too. And then half of that amount will be 5%. So once I know that it will be $8.50 for the 10%, figure out half of that, so it will be $4.25, add them up. I mean, I will not have a calculator everywhere I go. So that's how I do. Find the 10% of price, and then half of that 10% will give you 15%. If you wanted to pay 15% of the tip. Okay, so we wanted to try B. This time the clothing store is having a 15% off sale. So even going into the cashiers, I wanted to know how much I'm going to pay. I will do the same thing here, right? Without the calculator. Figuring out 10% of 74 will be $7.40, and half of that will be something close to $3-4, right? So then add them up and subtract from 74. I can kind of tell it will be around $11. So then it will be close to 63, right? 63. Around 63 is what I'm going to pay, right? So if you wanted to figure out all that without the calculator, always start with 10% is easy. On this one, because you can use calculator, what you're doing is 74 times 0.15, so converting percent to decimal, and when you multiply, you will see that's 11.1. So basically you're doing subtracting 11.1. That gives you $62.90. So that will be the sale price before. Let's say you have a budget, right? You just wanted to spend $100 that day, and you wanted to figure out, how much you can spend or what will be the price on that one items, so you can accumulate the other ones before you go to cashier. This is something you can do, right? And people say you never use these types of math in your life, right?